Well, don't you just love the colors and texture and a beautifully painted faux finish? But what is a faux finish, you ask? Well, this guy right here, Willie Bryan, is going to show us how he creates beautiful textures. And you know what? We love you here at Sonoran Living Live, Willie, because Willie is actually the one who helped us update the walls on our set.
That's right.
Yeah, with a beautiful faux finish. So let's take a look. I want viewers at home to kind of understand what a faux finish really is.
Right.
Let's take a look at some of these pictures. And what are we looking at here, Willie?
This is the house that we did with the accent wall of a torn paper finish and then a soft wash on the remaining common areas.
Wow. Let's take a look at the next one. I love this one. Soft and elegant.
That's like a 3 or 4 color modeled finish in a southwestern house in PV.
Mm-hmm. This is gorgeous.
That is the house that I originally painted the columns to look like dark Imperador, and the gentleman said he was not into faux finishes. Then he happened to be at a house for a Christmas party, and the people said, well, this crazy Willie guy painted this. So I came back and painted his entire house.
So those columns were just plain. You made them
just
look
white
like real
cement.
marble.
Correct.
And this next picture I especially love because you can see the column and then you see this amazing diamond pattern.
Right.
Did you do that wall
yes,
as well?
We did the Harlequins in the entry. A lot of jobs will start out just doing a simple treatment. We did the columns. They called us back 6 months later. We did the entry with the diamonds, and then they called us back a few months later, and we did the remaining house.
Oh, it's gorgeous. So you're going to give us kind of an idea now of how you can create your own faux finish.
Correct.
And I know that you do a lot of amazing steps and some different textures, but this is just kind of the basics right here, right?
Because a lot of the finishes, a lot of things have come from like hundreds of years ago in France, and a lot like French cooking. It's kind of overdone. So we kind of simpled things down because a lot of our work is going back into people's homes and repairing work that somebody else did because the original painters can't even fix their own work.
Right, right.
So we don't use any glazes. We make everything simple with water base, low viscosity. I mean, you want everything so there's no chemicals, harsh chemicals, and so it's all water based.
That's good to
no
know.
VOC.
So you're concerned about that as well. So here's what you've pretty much done. You've base coated
So
it.
basically, no matter what you're going to paint, you want to have a good base coat. We use primarily either eggshell or satin because the main complaint with most people is that their painters painted with flat, and then their dog comes in and licks their wall, and they got to fix the scuff.
Right.
So we use eggshell or satin, so we give it a nice base coat.
Okay.
Then, pretty much most of the time, we come in and give it a nice, soft, mottled finish. What I call it is loose ragging. We take a rag, we saturate it in a color, and the thing that I like to do that's timeless is a lot of people follow the trends what the designers are setting out there and the builders. If you take the flooring and the cabinetry and you go off the walls, so I come in and I sit there and we just lightly model it with a rag.
Oh my gosh.
And it's you know what, I've been doing this for 20-something years, so you just keep it consistently inconsistent. I see, that's a Willieism.
No, it's a Willieism, and I totally get it, though.
Well, a lot of times you'll go in and you'll see it's all cookie cutter.
Now, is that mixed with water? Is that
yes,
like a wash?
You want to thin it down. It's not what we call a wash. We just thin it down because if you don't thin the paint down for your second coat, it's pretty much too goopy, too thick. So you thin it down slightly. You model it, let it dry. Then once it's dry, a lot of people even like just that subtle finish because we can come in there and replicate most plasters with just modeling it.
All right, I want to take a look now at some of your other work of art because it really is a work of art. This right here, you can see that they have the speakers in the wall. Well, when you think about faux, this is something else that Willie does. Take a look now. You can't even see because you fauxed the speakers.
Right. That's the actual true meaning of the word faux. It's the French word for fake.
Oh, I love that. All right, let's take a look at this one here. What did you, this isn't crazy.
This is the actual Cantera stone niche on the exterior of a house. They wanted me to paint a mural, and I said I think it would compete with their entry. So I go, it's too bad that it wasn't just fancier stone. So I actually drew a design, cut it out, applied it, and then painted it to match the stone.
That's what Willie does. He's an artist. Okay, let's go to the information on how to get a hold of Willie. It's called WEBart Wall Finishes Inc. His phone number is 602-702-2867 or 480-513-6288. WEBartWallFinishes.com is his website.